So we have a controversy that has started with Adobe. This actually speaks to a bigger problem that I have, and that problem is that it doesn't have to be adversarial. You continue to create an adversarial environment, and then you whine and talk about why is everybody so against the adoption? Because you have created this adversarial environment. Now you're going to get buy-in. But no, nobody wants to do that. We want to come in and we just want to take a big old axe and just axe a program that whole college courses are based off of. All right, Foresight fam, we're going to start with a little bit of controversy. Fortunately, I am not the person that has generated the controversy. The controversy has been generated by our good friends, or sometimes not friends, over at Adobe. But yeah, so we have a controversy that has started with Adobe, and the good people over at Adobe basically they messed up. Let's just call it what it is. They messed up, and basically this is what happened. So Adobe announced the discontinuation of Adobe Animate. I don't know why they did that, y'all. I don't. So they said it was going to be March 1st of 2026, which would be the original date. So what you're looking at is, a 25-year-old legacy tool that evolved from Flash Macromedia, 3 million users affected. And of course, the community basically was like, yo, what the hell? So let's take a look at over at TechCrunch. They have a pretty good article about this. So basically, TechCrunch has been covering this since it broke a couple days ago. And let's see what Adobe has to say. So Adobe is putting on hold its plan to discontinue Adobe Animate following intense backlash from its customers after it announced plans to shut down the 2D animation software amid an increase focus on investments in AI. I don't get it. I don't understand why these tech companies keep doing this, and this just makes it so much worse for everybody, even the people that are early adopters in AI. It just is not. This is just not sustainable. So, but let's continue. Adobe says that we are not discontinuing or removing access to Adobe Animate. Animate will continue to be available for both current and new users, and we will ensure you continue to have access to your content. The company wrote in a post. I believe it was a Reddit post. So yeah, it was a Reddit post, and I believe that they posted that today. So they announced the discontinuation of Animate on Monday, and obviously everybody and their mama lost their mind. Seeing the intense backlash, we don't have to stick on this. We stop sharing. We don't have to stick over here. Seeing the intense backlash from that really dumb decision, um, they had to reverse course. Now, the reason why I'm mad is not only because I use Adobe Animate. We have it at our program over in Jennings. Um, and I know a lot of people base a lot of their coursework in college off of Adobe Animate as the primary animation program. But also, I'm mad because as a person that has adopted AI and is using AI, discontinue with Adobe Animate to then index and invest into AI makes absolutely no sense. What I would have done if I was running is I would have looked into not only figuring out ways of integrating AI into the program itself or making the program something where you could work hybrid. I would have moved into the hybrid workflow, or I would have started promoting the hybrid workflow because that's something that I think is going to work. But of course, hey, what do I know? I don't run a multi-billion dollar company that charges you $70 a month for a subscription to their product. If I did, I'd be in a lot better situation than I am right now and wouldn't be live streaming from the house. So that being stated, this actually speaks to a bigger problem that I have, and that problem is that it doesn't have to be adversarial. This whole relationship between artists and AI does not have to be adversarial, and this is just another example of it not having to be adversarial, but it is because you have the big tech CEOs and big tech companies. They don't know how to deal with people or talk to people or communicate to people. And they end up doing stupid things like this when it shouldn't be this way. You continue to create a adversarial environment, and then you whine and talk about why is everybody so against the adoption, because you have created this adversarial environment. And this is one of my biggest complaints with big tech and AI. It's not what the tools can do for you, because once you actually use the tools and you integrate it into your work process, you find out that, oh shoot, this is my tag team partner. I can make a lot of great stuff using the things that it brings to the table. But when you create this adversarial environment, which they do, and that is a big argument that I have. Hey, part of the reason why this environment is the way it is, the main reason why this environment is the way it is because of how you approach people and how you did it, and how you're saying that, oh, this is the future and this is all of that. But then you bring it to people in a way, basically you brought it a beautiful steak dinner on a garbage pail and say, hey, eat this steak dinner. It doesn't work like that, y'all. And it's just not going to. So now, once again, you've created an adversarial situation in which people feel like it's us against them. So there's no adoption, right? No adoption. There's no feeling of wanting to adopt. And now you got guys that are like, hey, this is really good for us and everything. We're caught in the middle, you know, and it doesn't have to be this way. We could obviously easily advertise, hey guys, look, you put your incredible artistic skills, you combine it with this tool. This tool is going to take you to the next level. You're going to be able to do X, Y, and Z. You're going to be able to do this. You're going to be able to do that. And you're going to be able to do it at scale and at a much lower cost than it would cost than if you were to go um the more traditional routes. Now you're going to get buy-in. But no, nobody wants to do that. We want to come in and we just want to take a big old axe and just axe a program that whole college courses are based off of. Uh, you have big Hollywood studios, well, not big Hollywood studios, but you have people that have shows on Netflix, on Nickelodeon, on all these outlets that have been using your um, product for all these years, and you just come right in and you chop it. Um, I saw my man Brad Coble even had to put up a. You guys were right, because he had been vehemently defending Adobe's monthly billing structure, right? The subscription model. He thought that, if you using a program, you should pay for it. Cool. He defended it, and the people were saying, "Hey, Brad, at any time they could come in and just take something from us, and we're paying them this money, and it's like they don't listen." And sure enough, he was like, "Nah, they would never do that." And sure enough, Adobe does it. So thanks, Adobe. No, I'm not going to defend them. They're wrong. They were absolutely wrong. There's no defending Adobe on this one. Their rollout was wrong, as evidenced by their retraction. They know they're wrong. And I'm hoping at some point the people over in the valley, I don't think they will, because I don't think they care. Um, but I'm hoping that they would reconsider how they're going to present this technology to the masses. Because again, it keeps being presented as us against them. It's not, it's not us against them. It's being presented in this adversarial format. It's been, I understand there are questions and things that people have, and instead of trying to answer those questions and trying to be reasonable and talk with people, and assuage some fears, and I understand now on the other side, there's there's people that are just, they'll never go for it. They will never touch it. They will never, that's just not their jam. And they should be free to do that. Um, but the people that are interested, or maybe willing to at least give it a try, you're making it hard for even those guys to give it a try. And it's going to end up biting. Of course, it's not going to bite you guys in the butt. Obviously, it's going to bite those creators in the butt, and I don't like it. So, um, again, bad form, Adobe, bad form. Just do better. That's the best I can say. Um, just do better. So, hopefully, with this pivot. Oh, and let's talk about their pivot. By the way, I kind of went on my little rant right there. But they have made a pivot, so let's get this information out so that you guys can see where they've pivoted to. All right. So one of the things that Adobe has done, let's see here. So what they're going to do is that basically they have switched, and honestly, it's probably been in this mode for a minute now. They switched it to what's called maintenance mode. Maintenance modes means that they're not going to have any updates currently. They have no updates currently scheduled. It's no longer important to them. So therefore they're going to have it in maintenance mode. So what they're going to do is they're going to keep it in maintenance mode instead of just complete and total just axing it, destroying it, getting rid of it. Um so this means that Adobe is going to at least keep it. You'll have access to it to Creative Cloud. Um, this is for current users and potential new users. But I don't even know how you're going to get new users now that you've basically s- stabbed everybody in the back with this move. So, um, what's going to happen is that it is going to remain in maintenance mode, and maintenance mode again means that it just will not get updates, but it will be accessible via Adobe Creative Cloud moving forward. And again, like I said, I would like to see that the program is, instead of being ostracized, is integrated into this new world, because there are uses for Adobe Animate. Because again, even if it's more of a just, hey, you can use it as a corrective tool for certain things, that's something that you can do using Adobe Animate. So um I don't know why they haven't looked at it. And then on top of that, they didn't give any kind of options. They were like, hey, use After Effects or Fresco. um i I know people can do minor animations, gifs in Fresco, but come on, really? um After Effects is, come on, really? Come on. um and then, that means that there you have Moho and Toon. I know you could you could do animation in Clip Studio Paint. But again, it just goes to the point of, it doesn't have to be adversarial. You guys have made it adversarial. This again creates a new adversarial situation, and it makes adoption of the new technology uh, the thing that can make things easier for a lot of animators, a lot of solo creators. You've now made it harder, and I don't know if that's your intention or what, or if you guys just don't think or have the foresight. Foresight. But we're here now. So that being said, that's what's going on with Adobe. And it's just sad, guys. It's just really, really sad, and I hate that it's happening, but we will continue to move on.